I've highlighted some articles and videos that use keywords from our past content. These are short, simple, and easy to understand even without much context. I hope this helps expand your English expression.
Review and different perspective. Reading practice. For speaking. Read silently or aloud, as if you were telling it to someone else. Articles and essays are read aloud and paused after each chunk or sentence, giving you time to read and understand the meaning before moving on. The video does not stop, so pause it where you want to practice phrases or any parts that interest you. Made it difficult.
I focused on personal growth, even when I was struggling financially. It paid off in the long run. I didn't have any savings in my 20s. Which made it difficult, even to rent an apartment then. However, instead of worrying about my financial situation, I decided to invest aggressively in myself. I invested more than 60% of my income. In buying books and attending workshops. I also took up programming, reading, writing, photography. And started traveling. Even though I couldn't afford to travel internationally, I traveled from state to state in Nigeria. And visited over 30 states. Now that I'm in my 30s, I'm grateful to my younger self for investing in my personal growth. I believe this advice might not apply to everyone. But if you find yourself in a situation where you don't have enough to keep up with your peers, It's important to focus on improving yourself. In the long run, the return on investment is exponential. The return on investment is growing very quickly and becoming much larger. The return on investment grows rapidly. The return on investment dramatically increases.
I often find myself
I'm struggling with self-doubt and the pain of losing you. I often find myself thinking about you. Thoughts about you occur when I don't want them to. And oftentimes are what fuel my painful dreams. I thought that after 8 months, you would be but a small memory in my brain. Though now I rarely cry when I think of you. It still hurts. Even though you ending it with me. Has become one of the best things to happen to me. The thought of someone thinking I was not good enough. Is what still stings. It is not that I still miss you per se. It's not really about missing you. It's not so much that I miss you. It's not that I miss you specifically. It is not that I still miss you exactly. But it is knowing that you may not miss me at all. That you may never have cared for me in the first place. When I loved you so deeply. When I loved you more than myself. It's my ego, in the end. That is making it harder for me to complete my healing. My brain repeats the phrase, "I'm not good enough." And that phrase made harder. Due to me being so self-confident before meeting you. How could you give up on someone who truly loved you unconditionally? Do you ever think of me? Have you ever wished that I was still in your life? Miss the love that I gave you? I still look into every silver Mazda's window to see if it's you driving. Every volleyball court I drive past. I try to spot you. Our song has just finally stopped hurting to listen to. How can I still care so much for someone who abandoned me? Someone who left me. Someone who walked away from me. Someone who gave up on me. Someone who deserted me. Then, when I don't think about you for days, my subconscious brings you up in extremely vivid dreams. Why can't I get away and stop thinking about you? This breakup has made me see that the phrase, "they always come back," is a load of garbage. The romance books and movies I love are shown to be a lie. Do you ever think of me? If so, how could you give up on me?
This makes it hard.
I learned that misunderstandings can cause anger. It's important to communicate expectations clearly. I felt angry with a colleague this week. I knew he was wrong. I was right. And I was mad. After a little reflection, I realized the conflict happened because of missed expectations. I expected something from him. When he didn't do it, it felt like a personal attack. But it wasn't that. He didn't know my expectation. Because I didn't explain it clearly. We often get upset about things. That weren't meant to hurt us. We stay angry about things. The other person doesn't know about. This makes it hard to create and work together. Is there an expectation you have? That is causing conflict at work? At home? Have you explained your expectations in a kind, clear way? If not, do that today. Don't carry the heavy burden of unspoken expectations. How have you been successful making your expectations clear?
The only way.
To get better at design, you need honest feedback, even if it's uncomfortable. Don't take it personally. It's meant to help you improve. The only way to become good at design is uncomfortable. The first time I gave someone feedback on their work, they started crying. This was back when I was a design school student. They continued to blame me for being an a-hole. Who just wanted to feel better by taking others down? I was shocked. All I wanted was to help them to improve their work. How design school works 90% of the time. Is that students present their work and then critique each other. They review each other's work. They give feedback on each other's work. They comment on each other's work. But it seemed like some students wanted only to get positive feedback. As they had worked so hard and identified with their work. If the work sucks, you must mean I suck. This was 20 years ago. Before politically correct and toxicity were even a thing. These days, hurting people's feelings can actually be a crime in some places. This makes giving honest feedback to people difficult. But this is the only way to improve. This is why I decided to pay mentors at Flux Academy. To give students feedback. Making my business less profitable than it could have been. If I had just settled for selling videos to people. Legendary ad man Paul Arden said, "Do not seek praise. Seek criticism." So don't take feedback personally. You are not your work. Let's help each other improve.
Without your help. Some examples.
We cannot do this without your help. Without your help, we could never succeed here. I'll handle this without your help, Bronin said in a hurt tone. I couldn't have finished this story without your help. We would never have done all of this without your help. The wedding would have never happened without your help. I wouldn't have gotten this far without your help. I don't think we would have gotten to this place without your help.
Thanks for watching. I hope this helps your learning English.